the Creative Cloud system, and likes audio and video graphics and motion graphics, you could put a suggestion forward to me, and or you could probably give feedback straight to Adobe, as they rely on customer feedback these days. That's how improvements are made to systems. And yes, I know that the Creative Cloud system actually had you could buy one piece of software, and obviously it would be something like one piece of software for life, and you would have to repurchase it. And before Creative Cloud even existed, I know I had to keep going out buying pieces of new software for the updates for the likes of Audition. And yes, it wasn't easy, but at the same time, it was worth it. Yes, it was quite expensive, but again, that's the way they operate in making things better for you. As the Creative Cloud system, such is on a monthly subscription. And if anyone is interested in taking a look at the Creative Cloud subscription, head over to the Adobe website and you can actually trial their products. There are a whole range of products that are available. Say if you're a valued application developer, you can develop applications by downloading each package. Website design, video, effects, and much more. And this is the final bit I'm going to be doing on this right now, because it's nearly time for me to finish. But just one more thought. If anyone has got any questions or ideas for me to take forward to Adobe, or if you feel you want to contact Adobe yourselves, you can leave me a comment via facebook.com/Mega Radio UK.
Whoa, yeah. 10 years ago today, a station was created. The station name is Mega Radio UK. We were famous for the best mix of music, and now we're famous for your mega hit station. Stand by as we celebrate the launch of the station in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome to the 10th year of Mega Radio UK.
Whoa, whoa, yeah. Back in 2010, a station launched. The station name is Mega Radio UK. We were famous for the best mix of music, and now we're famous for your mega hit station. The station is on air, 24/7 online and on the go, entertaining you with fun and laughter in a live show. You'll never want to go. Mega Radio UK is the place to be. You will never have to pay a fee. Mega Radio UK.
A very good evening. This is Mega Radio UK, and welcome along to a very, very special show. Now, the reason I have played the song at the beginning of the station of the show is because it's the 10th anniversary of Mega Radio UK, and that is what we're celebrating together this year. And coming up, I've got some memories I'd like to share with you. These are not audio recordings. It'll just be me telling you what has happened over the years. But I also would like to give you my personal experience of setting up Mega Radio UK and what it was like, really, of having that experience from getting the actual licenses to getting the website online to getting the servers and much, much more. So stay with me for that. Right, a very good evening. This is Mega Radio UK 10th year on air. And where did it all start for me? Well, I had this crazy idea that I wanted to set up a radio station, and obviously to get on a commercial radio station is really, really tricky, and the route that they give you is a very clever route. You are supposed to take a, they say the best way to go is to work your way up the ladder, meaning go to the hospital radio first and build up your confidence, and then once you got your confidence, start applying for like jobs at radio station. Now, in most cases now, that I don't think that happens as much, because I think internet radio has taken over. Now, the best way round it is, if you want to get on the air, record yourself doing shows and think of a radio station, and basically a bit like me. Each year I do a demo, although having said that, I've not done this one this year as yet. But the way to do it is record first to build your confidence, and then, and only then, start sending round the demo to different stations. But one piece of advice that was given to me, and it's a very valuable piece of advice: let the music do the talking. What do I mean by that? Well, obviously, play music and less talk. But in some cases, you can do both. So, how did it all happen with Mega Radio UK? The first route I took was, obviously, to have a radio station, you need licenses. 2 sets of licenses are required. One for the music, such as PPL's copyright, and the other is to do with the blanket license, which is your PRS. That covers just about everything from music writers and composers. So, you know the Sun jingles I play? That's covered under that license. And the other thing you will need if you want to be successful in radio is a website, servers if it's online, and I will give you more of that in a bit, but for now, let's party on. And if you do like this show, please do let me know on the Mega Radio UK Facebook page. I'll be truly grateful, and I'll see what I can do about getting a song on the air. What a tune! Absolutely awesome tune. Living on my own. In some ways, that is actually true, because I have been flying solo on for the last 10 years. So I've been telling you about my experience of how I set up Mega Radio UK, and I gave you 2 bits of information, and they were that you need 2 sets of licenses, and that the reason you needed those was one for copyright artist music, and the other was for composer music. Now, they call that blanket licensing. So, in order to make the station live across the world, you need broadcast servers. Where do you get them, I hear you ask? Well, there are many companies out there, very good companies, that deal with this sort of thing. And at the time, the station wasn't 24 hours a day. So I used to go and I bought the server with one company. I then obviously looked at another company because I needed backup servers just in case the main stream went down. So obviously I had to shop around for them to find the cheapest price and that. And I did end up at the time using 2 companies. That's 2 separate companies. Why, I hear you ask? Well, I, at the time, thought it was the best thing to do. So I got them online and I started broadcasting, and I thought to myself, well, I need a website. Where can I get a website from? So the same company that obviously supplied the servers, broadcast servers, did website servers as well. At the time, I was using the free websites, which in the end became very, very slow and horrible. Because the more stuff you put on a website, the slower it becomes. Admittedly, I did need help to rebuild the site. But now, I've got the confidence to do that myself. And I built the website through this free website builder, and the website was online. The only thing was, as I say, it became slow. And a lot of the themes that I had on the website were you had to have a brand logo, and trust me, they are not easy to find. So I managed to find and create some free ones, but then I had this bright idea of using the Creative Cloud system, Photoshop. As you'll see on the page, at Mega Radio UK's page, you'll see quite different variations of logos, and you'll see how the logos have changed over time. So once the website was built, I was able to put my content on there, and then it was time for an upgrade. I'll tell you the tools I used after some more music. Keep it locked, and welcome along to the birthday show. Oh, what a tune to play on the birthday show. This is Mega Radio UK 10 years of, or should I say, 10 years of Mega Radio UK. However you want to say it, that's exactly what it is. So, what tools did I use to create the new website for Mega Radio UK? Well, I used a program or a script called WordPress. And yes, it's good in some ways, but you do have to be careful. It needs constantly updating. Why does it need updating all the time? Well, it needs updating because of basically hackers. And yes, it has happened to me. It has happened to me more on one or more, that's better, occasions. I had to get a new server. Did it cost me anything? No, because of the fact that it had been hacked. They did this free of charge. Once the website had been built, I could then put all of my content on there. The question I hear you ask again, well, how do you get listeners? Well, the listeners come from directories. Where do I find those directories? You'll find these if you type into a search engine internet radio directories, and there is a list of them, and some of them are free of charge, but some of them you will have to pay to have a higher ranking in their directory and grab more listeners. Yeah, I know. This is something I didn't actually do because I didn't feel it was appropriate. So if you do want to request, all I need you to do is go to the Facebook page right now and let me know what you want to hear.
Mega Radio UK.
There we go. That is a sung jingle. Now, with these, there are many companies out there that will do your sung jingles. But, again, if you are on a budget, then I would advise to stick with the lower end of the spectrum of jingle companies. Two companies, well, three of the companies that I've used in the past have been pretty good. And the jingle that you just heard has come from Audio Suites, and I have been working on many packages with Audio Suites, and I have to say their audio is absolutely fantastic. And the other one I've used in the past is a company called Music Radio Creative. Again, they're pretty good. I do like them, and I've actually been quite a long time customer of theirs, and that is where I get my demos that I told you about at the beginning of the show. That is where I get them produced. Now, I've got a big thank you to a voiceover guy who delivered me some audio yesterday, and I tell you something, the quality of the audio was absolutely fantastic. I've worked with him for 10 years on projects. That's a long time. And I tell you something, I thanked him for all his voiceovers, and I tell you something, he actually said thank you for all the hard work and all the work I had given him over the 10 years. So I'm actually getting close to the end of the story of Mega Radio UK. There's just one more thing I'd like to tell you about, and I'll tell you after the next track. So stand by, and I'll get one on for you in a couple of seconds. Right. Yeah, I know. It's a long night. So here we go.
Mega Radio UK.
I think I'm still waiting for that star to fall. Although, having said that, I think it's already fallen on me. Because, really, if you think about it, I am the star of the show. I just want to throw that one in for a little gag. So, what I wanted to let you know was a couple of years down the line was I found out that one of the companies offered app design. So I thought I'd go and ask them for an app. Pretty simple. Yes, you can have the app, but the thing was, it took me several attempts to get it into the stores. Why did it take me so long? Well, in a way, it was the development side of things. It took a little bit longer than usual to build, because as I've learned over the years, an app is coded. Now, there are certain requirements you need to meet to actually be on the stores, and one of those requirements that springs to mind is the fact that when you create your app images, they need to be a certain size, and they need to be on a background that, certainly with one of the companies, the iOS ones, needs to be on a transparent background. And when I built the apps, the company had these, what they call templates, that you had to get into, put your image on. Now, was that easy to get in designed? No. Because every time I tried to submit it to the store, and they would reject it. And I'm like, okay, why are they rejecting it? And then I looked. The reason they rejected the apps was I hadn't cut the app's icon and splash screen / background down to size properly. So further down the line, I managed to get this all sorted. Now, again, you've got to make sure you've got a developer platform membership. For iOS, it's a yearly fee, and for Android, it's a one-time fee. And I've got these, and finally, I think it was 2015, I managed to do this. Finally, I managed to get my first ever app in the store. And I tell you something, till that day, I think I built on my confidence with building apps. Not just that, though, I kind of fell into certain traps. Sometimes I still do, but it's all a learning experience at the end of the day. And one more thing I want to talk about, and I haven't talked about much, I don't think I've talked about it at all, is how is my voice getting through to you right now? I will tell you in just a couple of seconds. Keep it locked for more music. Oh, and one more thing. I think this show has actually flown by. Here's Blue and Flyby. Blue and Flyby on the Mega Radio UK 10th birthday. And one more thing I wanted to tell you is that I've been using a very good piece of broadcasting software. Now, it's called OtsAV DJ. Well, they changed the name from OtsDuke, and they changed it to OtsAV because there was many versions brought out by them. There was the party version, the DJ version, the TV version, and the radio version. And I'm actually using the DJ version of AV, and it's been a good program to use. Over the years, it has had its issues, but I've overcome them now, and I'm still using it till this day. So I also use Shoutcast because I got a Shoutcast server, but you can use Icecast. In fact, if you've got an internet connection, you can use Winamp. But if you've got a digital audio workstation, it's even better. One more song from me, and then I'll say goodbye. Here is Omi and Cheerleader. I think I'm going to play this because I'm giving myself a cheer. I'll tell you something, it's been absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much for listening this evening and spending the last 10 years with me. It's been absolutely fantastic, and I couldn't finish the show. I know I started the show with it, but I cannot resist finishing with a good old sing-song. And I did have the track. Let me find it. Here we go. This is the track I was looking for. And oh, wow. Yes, what a show it's been. I'll tell you something. Oh, you don't want to do that. Here we go.
Whoa, whoa, yeah. Back in 2010, a station launched. The station name is Mega Radio UK. We were famous for the best mix of music, and now we're famous for your mega hit station. The station is on air 24/7 online and on the go, entertaining you with fun and laughter in a live show. You'll never want to go. Mega Radio UK is the place to be. You will never have to pay a fee. Mega Radio UK.
Wow, what a tune. And having said that, I wrote that myself. Yes, I did. In fact, it's a great track, and it really